Dear students, myself CMA Padmaja Buzruk. I will be discussing topic royalties. Go to study note number 8. Royalty is nothing but periodical payment made for use of asset by user of the asset to the owner of the asset. In short, there are two parties, user of the asset and owner of the asset. User of the asset makes periodical payment depending upon the agreement between the parties to the owner of the asset, and this periodical payment consideration for use of asset is known as royalties. Owner of the asset is known as landlord and user of the asset is known as lessee. Now we'll go through this. The owner of an asset as a business arrangement may allow other party the right to use that asset against some consideration. Such consideration is calculated with reference to quantity produced or sold. This payment to the owner by user of the asset is termed as royalty. These assets can be mine, quarries, patent, copyright, etc. Royalty is the amount of consideration paid to the owner of the asset in return for the right to use that asset. Following are some of cases of royalty payment. So some examples are given where user of the asset make payment to the owner of the asset, that is lessee makes payment to the landlord. First example, where owner of a mine allows another, that is user of the mine, the right to extract minerals from the land. So in this particular case, owner of mine gives his mine on rent to another person, and that person can extract minerals from that land, and for this he pays periodical payment which is known as royalty to landlord. Second example, where right such as patents or copyrights are licensed in favor of another. So the person who has got patent or copyright, he allows another person to use these rights, and the person who uses the rights gives royalty to the person who has allowed him to use these rights. Next example, where an author, artist or designer gives exclusive rights to another to copy the work. When a publisher publishes a book, he makes payment to the author which is based on number of copies sold, known as royalty. Common terms used in connection with accounting for royalty. First term is minimum rent, which is also known as dead rent. Usually, royalty is calculated on the quantity of production or sale at a certain rate. If there is a little or no production or sale, the landlord would receive little or no royalty at all. Thus affects the monetary interest of landlord. So, mostly calculation of royalty depends upon quantity of production or quantity of sale. But if there is no production, no sale, then in that case the owner of the asset will not receive any amount in the form of royalty, or he will receive very little. To avoid this, the landlord and the lessee agree upon a minimum periodical amount that will be paid by lessee to landlord, even if actual royalty as calculated on basis of actual production or sale is less than such minimum amount. This assured and mutually agreed periodical minimum amount is minimum rent. We'll see the example so that it will be very clear to you. Suppose royalty per ton of production is rupees 10 and minimum rent is 4 lakhs. Minimum rent is annual. So user of the asset, lessee, is supposed to pay minimum 4 lakhs to landlord per annum per year, and royalty per ton is rupees 10. If the actual production is 35,000 tons, then actual royalty would become 3,50,000 because it is rupees 10 per ton of production. So 35,000 into 10 is 3,50,000. But minimum rent is 4 lakhs. So he will have to pay, lessee will have to pay 4 lakhs because royalty is lesser than minimum rent. Lessee is supposed to pay royalty or minimum rent, whichever is more. On the other hand, if actual production is 46,000 tons, then actual royalty would become rupees 4,60,000. In this case, rupees 4,60,000 will have to be paid by the lessee, that is user of the asset. Thus, as there is a stipulation for minimum rent, then either minimum rent or actual royalty, whichever is more, shall have to be paid by the lessee. Minimum rent is also called dead rent, certain rent, fixed rent, etc. Now, second important term is short working, redeemable dead rent. So this is also known as redeemable dead rent. Short working, this term is also very important. Short working is the amount by which minimum rent exceeds actual royalty. It is difference between royalty and minimum rent. We have just now seen an example. If the production is 35,000 tons, then in that case royalty would be 3,50,000, but minimum rent is 4 lakhs. So lessee is supposed to pay 4 lakhs because minimum rent is more than royalty. So minimum rent 4 lakhs minus royalty 3,50,000. Difference is 50,000, which is known as short working. Short working will arise only when there is a stipulation for minimum rent in the agreement. So as per agreement, if it is given that minimum rent is 4 lakhs or minimum any amount of minimum rent is stipulated, then and then only short working will arise. If there is no mention of minimum rent in agreement between landlord and lessee, then there is no question of short working. So in short, short working is minimum rent minus royalty. Short working arises only when minimum rent exceeds royalty. Minimum rent is more than royalty. Next is excess working. It refers to the amount by which actual royalty exceeds minimum rent. So when royalty is more than minimum rent, then the difference between royalty and minimum rent is known as excess working. We have seen one example. In that example, if the production is 46,000 tons, then royalty would be 4,60,000. Minimum rent is 4 lakhs. So royalty is more. Royalty minus minimum rent 60,000 is known as excess working. Next term, ground rent or surface rent. It refers to the fixed yearly or half yearly rent payable by lessee to the landlord in addition to minimum rent. Now next is recoupment of short working, very important from your examination viewpoint for solving the questions. Recoupment of short working is nothing but recovery of short working. Generally, the royalty agreement contains a provision for carrying forward of short working with a view to adjust it in the future. When royalty is less than minimum rent, that is when minimum rent is more, royalty is less, difference is short working. This short working can be adjusted in future if and only if it is given in the royalty agreement. In the subsequent years, such short working is adjusted against surplus royalty. This process of adjustment is called recoupment of short working. That is recovery of short working in future years. If the lessee has suffered in the past and he has good production in future years, then whatever he has suffered in the past he can recover in the future years, which is known as recoupment of short working, only if it is in the royalty agreement. The right of recoupment of short working enables the lessee to recover the excess payment made in earlier years to meet the condition of payment of minimum rent. Now, for recovery of short working, recoupment of short working, as per agreement, this can be fixed right or fluctuating right. Now we'll see what are these fixed and fluctuating rights. A time is usually agreed upon the number of years for which such short working can be recouped. This time limit for recoupment of short working may be fixed or fluctuating. If the short working cannot be recouped within the specified time, they lapse and are charged to profit and loss account in the year when that specified time limit for recoupment ends. Now we'll see what is the meaning of fixed right and fluctuating right. Fixed right. When lessee can recoup, that is recover, short working within a certain period from the date of lease, it is known as fixed right. For example, short working can be recouped within 3 years from the date of lease. So, after 3 years from the date of the lease, the short working cannot be recouped, that is, cannot be recovered. So, if as per royalty agreement, if it is agreed upon between landlord and lessee that short workings can be recovered within 3 years from the date of lease, then if he suffers in the first year, he can recover in second year or third year. If he suffers in the second year, he can recover in the third year. If he suffers in the third year, he cannot recover it. First 3 years, these are the fixed right. Once the period expires, the right to recovery lapses. So after 3 years, if he suffers in the 4th year, 5th year, he cannot recover this. Next is fluctuating right. In this type of agreement, lessee can recoup short working of any year during the next specified years as per agreement. Next specified years, subsequent years, following years. If you get these words, that means it is fluctuating right. Royalty can be recovered in subsequent 3 years if it is in the question. Then first year's royalty, if there is short working of first year, if he has suffered in the first year, he can recover it in second or third year or fourth year. Next 3 years, subsequent 3 years. If he suffers in first year, he can recover in second, third or fourth year. If he suffers in second year, he can recover in third, fourth or fifth year. If he suffers in fifth year, he can recover in next 3 years, sixth, seventh or eighth year, and so on. This is known as fluctuating right. Strike and lockout. If agreement so provides, the minimum rent may be proportionately reduced in the event of strike or lockout. If it is given in royalty agreement, if it is agreed upon between landlord and lessee, then and then only minimum rent may be proportionately reduced if there is strike or lockout. No special entry is required for the same except for adjustment of minimum rent for that particular year. Treatment of short working. We have seen what is the meaning of short working. If minimum rent is more than royalty, then difference is known as short working. We have seen recoupment, recovery of short working. We'll see now how it is to be done. As per agreed terms, short working can be recouped in the year when actual royalty is more than minimum rent. Any short working which cannot be recouped within the specified period becomes irrecoverable and it should be charged to profit and loss account in the year in which the period ends. We have seen there are two rights, fixed right and fluctuating right. In case of fixed right, once the period expires, in that period itself, if the royalty is irrecoverable, if the short working is irrecoverable, it is to be charged to profit and loss account. However, the recoupable short working should be carried forward and they are shown in the balance sheet as current assets. Recoupable, that means which can be recovered in future, are to be carried forward and they are shown as current asset. If the user is manufacturer and royalties are calculated on the basis of production, the actual royalties are debited to manufacturing account. Where royalties are calculated on the basis of sales, they are debited to profit and loss account. So, royalties can be transferred to manufacturing account or profit and loss account. If royalties are calculated on the basis of production, then they are debited to manufacturing account. If they are calculated on the basis of sales, then they are debited to profit and loss account. But in case of limited companies, joint stock companies, which does not prepare manufacturing accounts separately, actual royalties are debited to profit and loss account and they are shown in production or manufacturing section of profit and loss account. So there are two sections in profit and loss account when manufacturing account is not prepared. So in the first part, These are shown if these royalties are calculated on the basis of production. Important points. When the royalty agreement does not contain a clause for minimum rent, the question of short working and its recoupment does not arise. The landlord is always entitled to get either minimum rent or actual royalty, whichever is higher, subject to any adjustment for short working recouped. So compare minimum rent and actual royalty, and lessee is supposed to pay maximum of these two to the landlord. But if earlier short working he is supposed to recover, then he will deduct that, recover those, and will make payment of royalty to landlord. Now we'll see journal entries in the books of lessee. If royalty and minimum rent are equal, then royalty account debit to landlord, landlord to bank, and profit and loss account debit to royalties. These three entries will be passed by lessee. If royalty is less than minimum rent, now minimum rent is more, royalty is less, so difference is short working. So lessee will pass entries in his book: royalty account debit, actual royalty amount; short working account debit to landlord, landlord to bank; and profit and loss account debit to royalty. If minimum rent account is asked to open, then first entry is to be divided into two journal entries. Sometimes in the examination, you will be asked to open minimum rent account. Then in that case, first entry, just now we have seen royalty account debit, short working account debit to landlord. This entry will split into two entries like royalty account debit, short working account debit to minimum rent, and minimum rent to landlord. Remaining entries will be as usual. So minimum rent account gets cancelled, one debit, one credit. So this is the net effect of these two entries. If royalty is more than minimum rent and short working is recovered or written off, then in the books of lessee, royalty account debit to landlord, actual amount of royalty; landlord account debit to bank to short working. Now supposing if lessee has recovered short workings, then in that case he will deduct that and make payment. So short working account will be credited, landlord account debit to bank to short working, and profit and loss account debit to royalty to short working. In case if right to recovered short working lapses, then it is to be written off by transferring it to profit and loss account. We have seen in all the cases royalty account gets closed by transferring it to profit and loss account, royalty to landlord, and profit and loss to royalty. So every time royalty account gets closed. In the second case also, when royalty is less than minimum rent, royalty debit, short working debit to landlord, and profit and loss to royalty, same amount. Now this short working is debited, but if this short working can be recovered in future years, then in that case you can recover this and in that case the entry would be landlord to bank to short working. And if it is not possible to recover it, this is to be transferred to profit and loss account. Profit and loss to royalty to short working. Royalty account gets closed here, and short working account, if it is not possible to recover it because of the period lapses, then it is to be transferred to profit and loss account. Now these entries we have seen in the books of lessee, but in the books of landlord, journal entries would be exactly opposite. Royalty account would be royalty receivable account. Short working account would be short working suspense account, and lessee account would be required. So in the books of landlord, I will just show you this, how it is to be passed. Royalty, just now we have seen, would be royalty receivable, short working suspense. So exactly opposite, instead of landlord it would be lessee. Lessee account debit to royalty receivable to short working suspense. Bank to lessee, exactly opposite. And royalty receivable to profit and loss account. Exact opposite entries you are supposed to pass in the books of landlord, but royalty would be royalty receivable, short workings would be short working suspense, and instead of landlord you would have lessee because you would be passing entries in the books of landlord. In this particular video we have seen the meaning of royalty, common terms used in accounting for royalty, journal entries in the books of lessee as well as landlord. Thank you.